Hello, everyone. We are off this week, as we mentioned last week, and so in place of our usual episode, we are running a bonus episode from earlier in the year. This is a fun one. It's our Conundrums episode, which we recorded at the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco this past March, with special guest Chris Plant, then of the Besties podcast and still of the Besties podcast, but also now of Post Games, a new podcast that he has launched recently, and that's pretty great. I've been really enjoying it anyways, so definitely check out Post Games. Of course, we come up with bonus episodes like this all the time, once a month, for members who support our show on Maximum Fun, and we really do count on your support for all of this. Thanks so much to everyone who is a member, and we really appreciate your support. Thanks for helping us keep this thing going. If you would like to support Triple Click and Maximum Fun, if you'd like to check out all the other bonus episodes that we have run lately, episodes on TV shows like Severance and Andor, games like Blueprints and Metaphor ReFantasio, cooking, game history, and more, go to MaximumFun.org/join. Okay, that's enough preamble. Let's get into our Conundrums episode, which I feel compelled to note up front was recorded one slightly overtired but otherwise completely sober afternoon at a hotel in San Francisco. It was very fun, so hopefully you all enjoy it. We will be back next week with a regular episode.
I'm Jason Trier.
I'm Maddie Myers.
I'm Kirk Hamilton.
My name is Christopher Thomas Plant, and I know the best podcast of the week.
Oh, you kind of did Fresh Sticks.
I know. He has a better thing than I do.
Yeah, he did guest, though, and he got to do his intro, so it seems only fair that you're here and you're doing your intro.
Welcome back, Triple Click, to another bonus episode where we will not be talking about the best games of the week, but instead, we will be playing a game called Conundrums.
Yeah.
Which is going to be very exciting. But first of all, thank you to everybody who's listening to this for supporting our little old show. Yeah. And especially if you subscribe during Max Fun Drive.
Yeah.
I hope you got a pin or you signed up to get a pin.
You'll get a pin eventually.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but pick ours because it's pretty cool.
It is a really
our
good
lowercase
pin.
d gamer.
Do you know what it is?
Pin.
I mean, I'm still just completely shocked that this isn't the main feed. Jump to the other feed. The feed for the cool people, you might say.
Exactly.
If it helps, this will probably be in the main feed later in the year.
Hell yeah.
When we need to fill a spot, like over the holidays.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
When we want to take a week off, we'll use
then
this
everyone will
episode.
finally get to
I
hear
am
Christopher Plant.
so flattered.
The pin is it says it's a lowercase g gamer pin. It's like a game controller and it says lowercase g. It's a very inside joke.
I like that.
It is very inside.
It is good.
Inside.
I do listen to the show.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Chris isn't a fan.
No, I am.
Oh, you said you do listen.
Yes.
I thought you were like, I don't listen to the show.
I don't listen
just
to
so you know at the
friggin'
start.
show.
I text you about
I
it.
don't listen to Triple Click, just so you know.
All right, so we're gonna play a game called Conundrums today, and this is a game where we we go over conundrums. Our listeners have sent in a whole lot of these dilemmas that we're gonna kind of debate over, give our takes on.
Yes,
and I've rounded them up. They're gonna be a surprise to you guys. This is gonna be real
we don't
fun
know what they
because
are.
I'm the only one who's read them, and I put them all together and. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to start off with some video game related conundrums, and then we're going to kind of go off the rails from there. So
Chris looks scared.
I'm going to be
I hope
canceled.
you're ready.
I can feel it already.
You are.
From a bonus feed Triple Click episode.
Just
We
wait.
don't
That's
have
gonna
to
be the
put
thing
this
that
in the
finally
main
gets you.
feed. We could keep it out of the main feed depending on.
No, we'll see where we go.
All right.
I'm gonna try to think of one as we go that would get Chris canceled.
Thank you.
That's our goal for this.
Something I'm not sure whether to go like.
it's for the Max
we'll
Fun
go
Drive.
That's true.
Politics.
We
What are
gotta
stretch
get
goal.
people in.
Yeah.
third rails.
If enough people sign up, we'll
It's
get
like
Chris
a politically cancelable take, just like saying things are going really well.
Yeah, we're gonna
true.
find out.
You can
That's true.
only keep one, your child or your spouse. Oh, cool, thanks.
That would be
That would be awful.
easy for me. I don't have a child.
That's true. That's
Win.
true. Cat or a spouse, I think.
Chris, if you had to say a
my.
racial slur,
Yeah.
which would it be?
No, eject.
And say it right now.
All right, let's get started. This first one comes from Luna. Luna says, "Would you rather never be able to play video games for the rest of your lives, or never be able to consume any entertainment media besides video games for the rest of your lives?" I know my answer, which is
Go first.
I would rather never be able to play video games for the rest of my life than not be able to read books. I would rather have books.
Yeah.
I think that might be my answer too. Is that messed up?
No.
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 Are we all admitting video games are bad right now?
there's a kind of like simple logic to it, right?
Well, yeah, it's also a time thing. Video games haven't been around long enough.
Exactly.
So you're cutting yourself off of all entertainment,
Right.
Including like Leonardo da Vinci's paintings. Like you can't even see
That's not
anything.
entertainment media.
But
Leonardo
I would say it's
da Vinci's
content.
books.
It's content.
And actually, Leonardo da Vinci's Netflix special, you would not be able to watch.
And I
that-
love that one.
Yeah.
Leonardo da Vinci's paintings were kind of the content of the era.
I would say they were.
They were the TikTok of the 1500s.
He was just a content producer.
He was
like
a
the rest
content
of us.
creator, and he made a lot of stuff. He was very productive.
He was a prolific content creator.
He went around Italy and he would say, "We'll give you $100,000 if you participate in our game."
It's actually really upsetting to picture him as a Mr. Beast.
If
type
you
figure.
survive 15 years of this plague.
So Maddie and I give our answers. What about you
Wait,
guys?
so Chris, you were saying some logic. You thought there was some logic to this.
Yeah, I mean, it's purely the time. You already answered it, which is like what I love about video games is the newness, and it's not helpful to use film comparisons because it's not
Right.
1-to-1.
Yeah, but
I think there's something exciting about being like, I feel like we're like in the 60s going into the, or we're like 50s going into the 60s. We're like coming out of the studio system, and everything's falling apart, and at the same time, like all this weird stuff is happening.
Right.
And that's cool. But like if you were at the beginning of that era of film and it's like, okay, you can watch the talkies
Right.
and a little bit of the musicals, or you can have all of art.
Right,
And
all of
I think all of art sounds pretty good.
Yeah, or music is another comparison where like they just figured out the stereo spread, and it's like it's all about to be the 70s, and the 70s are going to be like the sickest decade ever, but you're not quite there yet, which is maybe always how it feels with games, but still, I think that's right. And we're not saying that games are bad. We're saying that
I'm saying that.
Okay, Maddie's saying that games are bad.
Canceled.
The rest of us who are uncanceled are saying that all of other media outweighs games still. Sorry, games are great.
They just haven't caught up yet.
There's the pre-blueprints era and the post.
We're about to enter.
Interesting.
This will be the
Interesting.
1970s. after
This is
Blueprints comes
disco.
out.
It's here now.
All right, we got
Finally.
lots more to get
All right,
through.
that was a good one.
Did you have a
good
question
kicker.
first though, Chris?
That was a great. I like that one.
Yeah.
No, you were just
start.
saying, are you like? I thought you seemed
Yeah,
like
were
you
you
had a
going to ask
question
about
for me.
blueprints?
I didn't know if we were actually allowed to talk about blueprints.
Jason
yet. I was
has just
excited.
been
Jason
happily
has been
saying that
breaking
it's
There
the
good.
were like 3 years
wildly.
of demos, so I'm
Okay,
feeling
okay,
comfortable.
We're just talking
saying
about the
that.
demo.
Hey, spoiler! I think it's pretty cool.
The demo is
game.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Okay.
the demo.
The
I think
demo of
is-
Blueprints
in fact,
is mind-blowingly great.
no comment on the rest of the game.
No, I couldn't say. Not until the embargo's up. But the demo, really wow. Anyhow, give us our next conundrum.
Next
Jason
question is
Schreier.
from Ian. Screw embargoes. Next question is from Ian. Ian says, would you rather have to play every game in the hardest possible difficulty setting for the rest of your life or on the easiest difficult
Oh.
setting?
Oh boy.
You
Are
look
you
like
for
you
real?
already have an answer.
All right, Plant,
as well.
you're up.
The
It's-
person who already has an answer gets to
It's
go
the
first.
easiest by
Easiest,
far.
Yeah,
I
right.
think so.
I agree.
Because the games, plenty of games don't even have the easy setting, so that just
Right.
means you get
Yeah,
normal.
Elden Ring is Elden Ring.
And
Right.
the hardest difficulty setting on some games is like game-ruiningly bad.
Right.
It's
You know,
like Ninja Gaiden or
but
whatever.
Yes.
counterpoint, so is the easiest on some games where it's like if it's a combat focused game and like part of the fun is like learning how to use the
Yeah.
combat.
I don't know
and-
if it's game ruiningly bad though.
yeah,
I'd
it's
be
more
hard
rare,
pressed
I
to
would
think
say.
of a game where the easy mode truly is not would ruin the game. But I guess I wouldn't have experienced it yet because I
Right.
haven't yet entered into this conundrum of my
Yeah.
life.
So
But I
you're,
think I
you're
could
all
deal with
saying
it.
easy. You're saying easier,
Especially
Maddie.
because of what Chris said, which is like there are a lot of games that just don't even have easy modes. And so it's kind of like cheating. But also I could make the game hard in some other way. Like
Oh,
I
right.
could just play it on
Right.
a weird
Handicap yourself.
controller.
You
Yeah,
remember?
yeah.
Do you remember? I think it was in the first Bayonetta, the easy mode. You could play with one hand. It was
Yes.
kind of an accessibility setting, and you could just steer her around. And I think she auto attacked and stuff.
That's
so
right.
really, you could make it harder for yourself in
Yeah,
some way
you could
or
like
another.
play Bayonetta on a DDR pad. I don't
Right,
know.
right.
I'm just
sure people
riffing
have done
here.
it. I want, so my question, and I agree with the general consensus, is that easy mode is better, especially because there are so many games where difficulty makes no difference. Like, and so it's fine for it to just be easy. But I wonder if we are talking about Elden Ring, would easy mode in Elden Ring mean every time you play Elden Ring, your character automatically is over leveled as shit. And like, so you just like one hit everything and it
That
kind of
actually would suck. Yeah.
That's what I was getting at before. That like,
Yeah.
if
But that's
game
not a
is, like,
real
so
mode in the
easy.
game.
No, right. I'm
know, but
wondering.
but
there
you're
are some
proposing a
games
new
in the
conundrum,
easy
essentially.
mode.
I'm sort of wondering if this conundrum is
It
imagining
created
like
easy
reality
modes.
is being distorted
Right.
around us, so that when we pick up a game, it just becomes easy.
I mean,
for
I
us.
think there are some games where like okay, to go within the spirit of this, it would also mean like if a game has sliders for like combat or like whatever, you would have to turn them all to the easiest possible mode. And so like essentially the combat would just be kind of going through the motions and you wouldn't have to think about it at all. So I do think, I mean, I still think the answer is easiest for me, but I do think that it would
You would
not
be
be
sad.
fun. Yes,
Yeah.
I think you would
Yeah.
be missing out on something along the way.
All right. It's a good
Next
one.
question. This is from Lynn's. Would you rather have someone watch you play video games and constantly give suggestions about how to solve a puzzle or beat a level, or have someone constantly question why you are solving a puzzle or fighting a boss in a certain way?
Oh man. Okay, so that to think this through. So this is like you're trying to figure out, you know, a puzzle in a puzzle game. I don't know, Oberdin or something, and someone is behind you saying, "No, don't do it that way. Do it. No, go over there. No, this is you're totally wrong." Or someone's behind you being like, "So who's that? Why is he there? What is
Or-
he his
or
son? What are you doing?
Why are you
right
using
now?"
the sword? You should be like, why aren't you using the bow and arrow?
Because I'm
right
trying
now?
to
Like,
get
why
a
aren't you
distinction,
using-
because that feels a little like the
It
first
is-
one,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I
So it's
mean,
more they're just wondering. They always
it's
need you to be
more
explaining.
help versus nagging.
Right. This
Right.
is Kratos. This is his son.
And presumably part of it is you do feel compelled to answer. You
Right.
can't just ignore this voice that is constantly present. You also need to engage with it in some way, at least for the questioning part. Or I admit I would feel compelled to answer if somebody was
Right.
like, "So who is Kratos?"
Right.
I would feel like I had to say.
Well, and making suggestions would be quite a bit like some of those tutorial modes that are in a lot of AAA games now.
Yeah.
Where the character starts, like Aloy starts saying, I should probably drag this connector over and plug it in to bring power to the
Have
fence.
you noticed this beautiful yellow paint?
Right. I think I should climb on that paint. Shut up, Aloy. I know I'm going to figure it out. So, I think I'm going to say I would rather have the person asking questions than the person making suggestions. Because at least then I would get to
Yeah.
like, you know, I don't know, like explain what's going on. It's kind of like what we do on the show anyways. It can help you kind of, you know, investigate your priors and try to like explain
Yeah.
what's happening. Like anytime you're
But-
playing a game and your spouse or someone is watching and you're like,
Yeah.
well, here's what's going on, and you actually have to explain it, and maybe you realize the game is dumb and you shouldn't be playing it, or maybe you realize like, oh, this is a cool way to think about it. So that's going to be my
I'm
answer.
envisioning this person asking in bad faith, like they're not interested in the answers. They're just bugging
Oh,
you.
wow.
They're just bugging the shit out of you.
So they're either annoying in one way or annoying in
yeah,
another
exactly,
way.
exactly.
So
I mean,
what's
that's
your
way
answer?
worse.
yeah.
Which
yeah.
do you prefer, Jason?
I think the telling me that rather than the nagging, because at least the first one feels like they're
trying to help.
trying to help as opposed to trying to
Yeah.
like just bug the shit out of you.
But what if it's
okay.
bad suggestions? Because I'm
Well,
picturing
then you
the
just
first
ignore
one.
them. Then you just ignore
That's
them.
true, but
Right.
that
It would
would
be
really
hard.
bother
Right.
me.
Go left, go left.
I
It's
don't know.
always
Peer
wrong.
pressure.
I feel like it would just annoy me more. I don't know if I know why, but just somebody telling me to do the wrong thing would make me so angry.
It would be hard.
Yeah.
Whereas somebody asking me questions, even if they were in bad faith, I don't know. At least I could riff on it and tell
Sure.
my own jokes in response as a
Sure.
coping mechanism. I also feel like that kind of reminds me of being a Twitch streamer, which does seem like an incredibly hard job that I don't want.
Oh, man.
But like, you're getting dumb questions in the chat sometimes. You're also getting suggestions. And of those two types of ways that people engage with Twitch streamers, I think the suggestions tend to be worse because they're often bad. And they're often like, I
Like
already
confident.
tried that.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
I'm
Right.
actually just trying to experience this puzzle on my own and I don't want you to spoil the entire puzzle for me.
Yes.
That is horrible.
Very frustrating when someone is like, I can't believe he's not even using this item yet. And you're like, dude, I don't know. I'm just having fun here.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
I like don't. It's a great question. Let me be clear. The amount of anxiety that it gave me the second it was being said was way too real. And that person who is the like did you know that you could be using the sword right now? Is our all mutual buddy Russ Freshtick, who is
That's
who is
true.
both the
He
king,
does
the
know.
king of I would never use a guy. Don't spoil anything for me.
Yeah.
But the second I play a game with him, and like 2 seconds pass, where it's like I have not done the thing. He's like, "Have you noticed that there's a door?" It's like, "Yeah, dude. I'm like
It's
drinking
true.
a sip of water."
He is the man who never uses a guide, but he is a walking game guide. Also, let me just say, if you want to settle any beef with any of the besties, now this is the place to
This
do
is
it.
the place.
We wanna hear it.
This is great.
Can
I'll come for
can
all
I
of them.
settle some besties beef? I'm going to do it right here on the
wow.
bonus feed. Justin McElroy on the besties. He maligned me. He told a story about how he texted me about a song and I never replied to him, but I did reply. I replied with a voice memo and I sent it to him. It was a very thoughtful reply to him. And I added his question to my Q&A hopper and I'm going to answer it. And then he didn't see the voice memo for whatever reason. And then he went on the besties and read me for filth.
Well,
and I'm going to say it
iPhones
right
make
here.
voice memos like disappear after you listen to
Exactly.
them.
I think
That's
it's something,
the
it
annoying
triggered
thing.
something wrong. I don't know that it was his fault, but he jumped to conclusions. And I just want to say for the record, I always respond when my friend Justin McElroy texts me
Okay.
music questions.
I'm glad we aired this one
Yeah,
out.
it's good
I'm
you
on
have
that
this up,
podcast
but
and I don't remember any of it.
Should have
let's
been the
move
whole
on.
episode. Is just
No, we
besties.
need to talk about this some more. I think. No, give us
Okay.
another conundrum. Let's
Our
go.
next conundrum is from it's from Justin McElroy. Would you rather Kirk not
If your friend
respond to
texts you and you don't respond,
The next one is from Spencer. This is a lighter one. This should not cause you any anxiety, Chris.
I love it already.
Would you rather have every console ever made, but only one game for each, or have only one console with every first-party release for that console, ignoring backwards compatibility?
that is a terrific question. Okay, let's think this through.
Yeah, so one console for
So,
all
like,
time.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
could pick like the Switch and only get every first-party release for the Switch.
Can we say,
or have every console ever made, but only pick one game for each?
can we add that you can't say PC?
Right, yeah,
Yeah, because consoles.
Oh, console. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because that's
that's
just not a fair
cheating.
answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would rather have only one console with every first party release for that console,
What console?
specifically the Switch. Because I
Yeah.
feel like you get such a variety there as opposed to only one game for each console, which would be a little much.
I don't know.
I don't know, but it's
I think
fun to think
less.
through the alternative.
I know. I kind of like the idea of owning
Yeah.
one of every single console ever, and
Yeah.
then
Only one game
I
for
know,
each
but
of
I
them? How'd you
I
even
think
pick?
I would get to pick though, right?
Yes,
Right.
you get to pick in this
Right.
scenario.
I mean,
but how
I'm
how
not
would you
going to have
pick?
to pick live on the air right now, but in this
Well, here's one-
fantasy, I'd have infinite time
Yes.
to decide.
I'm assuming, by the way, in this scenario that like you haven't actually played any games except for the ones in this. So
Right.
like, if you got a Super Nintendo, you would have to pick between Mario World and like Link to the Past and like
That's
all
a
these
tough
other
one already.
Right. So as opposed to having only one console, but every first party release.
but that means
where-
you've never played Mario or Link to the
But
Past.
you don't have to make the tough choices. You can just be like,
okay.
all right, well, I guess I'm
Yeah.
just going with all these games.
I'm not
on the
afraid of
Switch.
tough choices. I think I'm
So you're
going every
saying-
console,
okay.
and I would make the tough choices as I went along.
I also first party is great, especially if you're a big Nintendo fan. I mean, the great thing is you don't have to get an Xbox. So
Right.
but like
Shots fired.
I mean, well, no, it's like what one Xbox has that
Yeah,
many
you pick
consistent
the
games.
360 and you
It-
play Gears of War over and over like me in college.
Well,
What?
I was going to
What?
say
Absolute sicko.
Sneak King, but okay. I guess
Okay.
Fusion
Gears of War.
Frenzy would
But
be-
that's not first party. Snake King?
That's
come
true.
Come on, follow the
Well,
rules.
first party was only that have only one console.
Yes, well,
Oh,
so then
right.
if I do the like all the different consoles,
Right.
then I can actually get my favorite games. You would just have to like be like very careful, right? So like
Right.
I can get my Spelunky, I can get Nier, I can get Kentucky Route Zero between like all the main consoles, and I can grab some of the classic Mario, like Mario 64 or like Super Mario Kart 64. I feel like I could build like a pretty killer roster. Where like Switch,
And you'd have to switch between all of these consoles every time. You'd have to be plugging
You'd buy
in
like the
each
sickest
device.
HDMI
come on.
switcher.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would have a Mister, and then I would have like one other
Yeah.
console.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, how about you?
Yeah, I think similarly, I like the idea of making the decision. Like Maddie said, I like that you would get to this little buffet because I think I've mentioned on the show, my favorite meal is brunch, because at brunch you get a bunch of different things. And then I've got my toast, and I've got my eggs, and I've got my hash browns, and I've got my bacon and my orange juice and my coffee and my water. And I can just like grab a little bit of everything. And this would be more like that. So I understand there would be some variety.
The potpourri.
If you pick the Switch, because the Switch would be a good pick. Like you'd get a lot of good games.
Some great flavors too that you end up getting by having that wide variety of console.
Yeah.
Like the Neo Geo Pocket Color has some of my favorite like little games on it.
Right. So
And getting that variety would be nice versus like the Switch. It's a very specific era of video game.
And the thing is, if we're talking every console, you are talking about like the Atari Lynx. You're
Yes.
talking about the Game Gear,
Oh,
the
bonk.
Game Boy, the
Yeah.
Game Boy Color. Nintendo has released so many different iterations of consoles.
So you can kind of cheat the system.
Right. And and it wouldn't even necessarily be cheating. And so then you're talking to get the Xbox Series S, the Xbox Series X, and like
Do those count as different ones? Great. So you
yeah.
get two in the
So then
Xbox
pretty
era-
soon
new
you're
Xbox
like,
era.
oh man, I can, like, the world's my oyster. Just one of those can be the Spelunky machine or
Yeah.
whatever, your third party, like get Hollow Knight on one of them so you can play that a bunch. So I think that it just seems like the numbers and the variety are in your favor if you go with every console. Plus it would just be kind of cool to have every single console ever,
Yeah.
which I certainly don't have now. So I'm going to say that.
All right, next one. This is from AJ. AJ says, if you could pick one of these long, unfinished series to finally be completed, which would you pick? Half-Life or Game of Thrones? The books.
Oof.
Man, can we say that it's satisfactorily completed?
Yeah, like it's a
Like
good
it's
ending.
good ending.
Sure.
Let's say it's a good ending.
Sure.
That's just kind of more
Let's
fun
say
to
they're
imagine.
both bad endings. And we're
No, Game of Thrones
choosing-
is bad and Half-Life is good.
No, you know why I think that is
No?
not part of this, because
Just ended. Okay.
I think part of the Game of Thrones context is knowing how the TV show ended, because that has an
sure.
impact on your choice here.
Sure. I think that it's still going to be Game of Thrones for me, and I say that as probably, or at least Triple Click's biggest Half-Life fan, and that's
Yeah,
because
this is shocking me right now.
It's
Yeah.
because Half-Life as a story has never been the reason. I don't need to know what happens to whatever Alex Vance and Eli Vance and Gordon Freeman. I want to play more Half-Life because I like playing Half-Life, but I don't actually really need to know the outcome of the alien invasion story or whatever. I just want to play more Half-Life. With Game of Thrones, I really do want to see how George R.R. Martin tries to tie the whole thing together. So that's my answer. Yeah, Game of Thrones.
My answer is Half-Life, even though I don't give a shit about Half-Life, because Game of Thrones has lost me so badly.
It's like it's a hater answer.
It
It's
is.
an
Yeah,
anti-answer.
I feel similarly
Sure.
in part because I feel like George R. R. Martin doesn't care about Game of Thrones anymore, and I
Right.
feel bad for him now. And I don't want to make him do it, even in this weird fantasy where he's,
You don't want to force
Maybe
him
he
to
had
write.
a good time.
I'm like, a wish has been granted on
Yeah.
my part, and now he has to complete this series that it kind of seems like he's tired of, and he's
He doesn't
excited
wanna
about all
do
these
it.
other projects.
Yeah, it's like-
Maybe he can do Half-Life 3. You know, he works on games now.
I was about to make the same joke. Like, well, maybe George could write Half-Life
I mean, he
3.
might be interested
And
in
also,
that.
he's like a Jets and a Giants fan, which is so fucked up.
Well, I mean, you've read
That's
Game
so
of Thrones.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
that's
it's like
the
being
real
a
Game of
Stark
Thrones.
and a Lannisters fan.
That's true. I wonder if
Many
anyone's
people
ever,
are.
I wonder if anyone's ever
Which
said
all
that
of
to him
their
before.
people were.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
kind of true, actually, right? You love Jamie and you love Arya. I
Yeah,
think it's most of the
that's
fans
well
that way.
Yeah, I mean, neither. But not out of like a dislike for either, but more of a they have served their cultural purpose. Like I don't.
We can just move on.
Yeah, if
Good
we got
answer.
more Half-Life,
Very
I would
noble
be happy.
answer.
Oh, thank you. If we got
Very
more of either
high-minded.
of them, it would be fun.
I want new things.
But like, yeah, well, like,
no, sure.
what,
Yeah,
what
Chris
could they,
is cooler than all of
Right.
us.
What could-
and
let's be
we're
real.
silly for wanting these to end.
what could they possibly make that would be like fulfilling in the way our imaginations are for either of them at this
Well,
point?
at least for Half-Life, you would get a new Half-Life game. I mean, did you play? Did
but,
you play
like,
Alex? I can't remember.
I really liked Alex.
So like, we
But
could
it
get
would-
another
but-
thing like
but
that.
Video games have come so far since
Yeah.
then that it's like. Did you ever see that movie John Carter from Mars?
Yes,
It's like John Carter from Mars.
unhinged movie.
Unhinged movie.
Yeah.
But is like the source text, not source text, the inspirational text for
Yeah.
like Star Wars and all of science fiction of that style that has come out since it was written as a book.
Right.
And the problem then is when like it's like, oh great, John Carter from Mars, we've got that, and it's like, well, we've already gotten like every
Right.
spin-off of that.
Right.
So it's hard for me to imagine ever playing a new Half-Life and it being like as exciting as that.
Yeah.
It would just be like another really, really good first-person shooter.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Felix asks, if you were the absolute ruler of a small nation, what would be the first law that you would pass? It cannot be a law that already exists in any jurisdiction, like don't kill people. It has to be unique. Would any of your hypothetical countries go to war with each other over these policies?
Wow.
It has to be a law that doesn't exist anywhere. A wholly original
we
law.
can be a little
we
loose
don't
with it.
know, like
Yeah, we can be a
every
little
single
loose
law
with it.
everywhere.
Yeah,
so
I
we
know.
can be a little
That's
loose
part of
here,
why
but
this is too hard.
You're ruling a nation. What would be the first law that you pass? I imagine that the spirit of this question is like silly things, like a new Metroid game has to come out every year. In Maddie's country.
Everybody has to learn the saxophone.
Right. Everybody.
Yeah, these are great so far.
Okay, actually, I'm just going to say that's mine since we're being kind of silly. I'm going to say my law is that every single person has to learn a musical instrument. We've tried it with the recorder.
Ooh.
But I'm just going to say every citizen, you got to play some instrument.
Are you
Music
counting
has to
the
be a part of your
recorder?
life.
Is the recorder count?
It could be
for
one
this?
of the instruments, sure, but you
Okay.
can pick whatever. And when we'll fund it, it'll be like we'll have like an amount of our treasury that's dedicated to
I like it.
whatever instrument you're going to learn.
Yeah. Like having to learn how to write.
Yeah, and it'll I think make people more like in tune with their emotions and sensitive and connected to one another. That's mine. That's mine.
I think mine would be something about like maybe not having to work a retail job for a year, but something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like some type of job.
Or like
where
service industry.
Yeah, service job
Yeah.
or something where you have to talk to people
Right.
and be part of the community for a year. And it's just like a socially enforced and accepted thing that everybody has done that type of work at least
Right.
once in their lives.
Right.
But kind
So,
of like
like,
mandatory military
I was
service.
going to say, yes. But like for
But
But like
service.
Retail
for
service.
like being part of and I don't even know that it has to be retail because I feel like I would also accept working for like a suicide hotline, for example.
sure, okay.
Or something where you interface with the public in some way and there'd be like a series of jobs that would qualify for this
Right.
and you'd have to do one for a year.
And you're helping people.
yeah,
Like,
you're
people
helping
are coming
people.
to you and you're
people
having
are
to
coming to
yeah.
you for help and you have to help them.
I like that. That's a great law.
Mine would be that nobody can have more than $500 million.
Oh, the great one. I
That
love
is
it.
a really good
Honestly,
one.
you would have I wouldn't fight a war with your nation.
Yeah,
over this.
sounds
Come
good.
live in my
I would
nation.
probably
Yeah.
adopt that law. I'd
Yeah.
be like, look, it's working great for them.
Yeah, yeah. The number is up in a little variation.
Something, but
that
some-
Yeah,
seems-
depending
that
on
seems like a
inflation
strong number.
or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
$500 million seems
Love
like
it.
more than anyone should
Now
ever.
you would be invaded and destroyed by America. I hate to tell you
true.
this, like,
That's true.
but I would help the resistance in your country.
Yeah.
Maddie took mine.
Oh,
So,
really?
well, yeah.
You can
support
say the
that.
same thing.
No, I have a different one. In my country, Ghostbusters, you know the movie, right?
Yeah.
It exists.
Okay.
But everyone has to call it Geesebusters. And they all have to talk about how it's about busting geese. But it's like the same
But
movie.
it's the same movie.
And
Okay.
nothing has
Okay.
changed at all. But if you like
If you get this
if you
wrong,
fuck up off your
Then-
head. Full guillotine.
Into
There is-
the- into
the
there is a-
gulag.
It's a full guillotine. And we would-
the death
yeah.
penalty only exists for this
For-
law.
for the
like,
Ghostbusters.
nobody else is killed.
Correct.
Right. It's a
It sounds
utopia
great, yeah.
other than
Thank
that.
you. It
Not
is a
not
utopia.
universal basic income because who
No,
cares?
well, no. So actually, the law is everything is perfect except for this.
right? You get a
That's the
universal.
law.
It's like
you get the
Omelas,
UBI,
but it's this.
right?
Yeah.
But you have to say Geesebusters.
Yes.
Philomene asks, here is a question that will tell me all I need to know when I meet a new person. Relish, mustard, ketchup. You can only pick 2 out of these 3 for the rest of your life. What do you choose?
It tells them all
Let's
they
just
need
go in
to
order.
know.
I get it. What's yours?
Relish and mustard.
Yeah, word, Maddie.
I guess ketchup and mustard. This is hard. I do like all 3. It's hard.
Ketchup and mustard, but relish, it has a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
It's going to be mustard and relish for me. Because ketchup, I'm not really a fan. It's
Yeah.
too
Oh,
watery.
you're not?
Yeah.
Too sweet.
It's too sweet. Yeah.
Wow.
Too
You know,
sugary.
it's
Well,
okay.
Mustard and relish.
Two of
I love
us are
pickles.
correct.
Yeah.
This is
all right.
why we're so close.
So that apparently
This
that
is
told our
why I
listener
work at
everything they
Polygon.
need.
a ketchup workplace.
Andreas asks, would you rather play every side quest in every game you finish or never touch a side quest in a video game again?
Wow. I've been talking to Stephen Totilo about AC Odyssey, and he is like the side quest master. He does every side
Yeah,
quest
he does
ever,
them all.
Yeah.
which is kind of the way to play that game. But the idea of doing every side quest, bing, Kirk here as I am editing this bonus episode. First of all, I hope you're having fun with our slightly unhinged energy. Look, we never get to be in the same room, so we all get very excited. And also, I just wanted to say that when I say AC Odyssey there, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I actually mean Shadows, the new one, which we are going to be talking about the same week you might be listening to this episode. Anyways, like I said, we were in the same room. We got excited. I said the wrong thing. So that's what I was talking about. There's going to be a funnier one of those a little bit later, and I will bang in to let you know what I actually meant for that one as well. Okay, back to the episode. Bing! So is this like I can still stop playing? Like if I'm playing AC Odyssey, is
And
it
you don't
like
wanna
you
play
must
anymore?
You
do
have
them
to do
all?
every side quest.
Well,
Yeah.
once
The-
you start,
the
Once
idea
you
is-
started.
Right.
Okay.
Well, no, the idea is for you to play a game, you have
Yeah.
to do every side quest, or
Okay.
you just never do any side quests
Well,
in a video.
well, no, I think I get what you're
Yeah.
putting here is, let's say that you start a game in either of these scenarios and you play for 5 hours, like I've had enough. You would be allowed to stop playing the
Yeah,
game.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Oh man, I'm gonna
But if
say.
you are going to finish it, you have to do every
and
side
otherwise,
quest.
you can never do
Otherwise
a side
you can
quest.
never finish
I
it.
would have to do side
Yeah,
quests.
Yeah,
I would have
same.
to, even though it would be
do
too
all of
much in
them.
a lot of games. Most games where that's too much, I don't finish them anyways because they're too long.
Yeah.
Because there's too many side quests. But
true.
there are so many great side quests in so many games
Yeah.
that and especially things that get qualify as side quests that are the best things in the game. So yeah, absolutely. I would say all side quests.
That's how
Yeah, I
I like
think
to
I'm with
play a
you.
video game. Like
Yeah.
I'd rather play, especially if you can put it down.
Yeah.
I like playing a game, doing all the side quests I can, and if I get bored with it, then it's like I got my fill. I don't have to see the credits to enjoy a game.
Did you play Indiana Jones?
Yeah, I like
The side quests in that were
the
great.
side quests in
and
that are very good.
Imagine missing those.
You mentioned Odyssey, and I was like, oh, I can talk about that game forever. That
Yeah,
game, I
similar.
did really, really enjoy the side quests in that game.
Yeah, I mean, there's too many good side quests in games now. I feel like that has to be the answer. And too
Yeah.
many games rely on them for the story to such an extent. Like in Avowed, they call things side quests that I'm like, this feels like it's
The
part
game.
of the
Yeah, it
main
should be a main quest,
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that just increasingly is a design philosophy. So yeah, you got to go side quests.
Spencer.
You didn't answer, Jason.
Right.
What's
Yes, I
your
did.
answer?
I thought it
you
was
said
with you.
side quest.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think we all gave the same
Everyone's
answer.
got an answer.
Spencer says, "Hey guys, we had someone present this hypothetical at work once, and it spawned a multi-week debate and challenges being issued."
Oh boy, challenges being issued.
Wow.
People being slapped with gloves.
The question was, would you rather receive $1 million upfront or $1,000 per hot dog eaten for the rest of your life with no restrictions on how or how many or anything on the hot dog? Zero restrictions. You eat a hot dog, you get $1,000. I won't read the rest, but Spencer basically said that this led to him being dared to eat X number of hot dogs. And that was the whole
well.
thing.
Wow.
But he wasn't being paid $1,000 per hot dog, I presume.
No, it's a smaller bet.
Okay.
So $1 million up front or $1,000 per hot dog eaten for the rest of your life.
Okay, and that means basically that you need to eat 1,000 hot
Yeah.
dogs.
Yes, for the rest of
This
your
is
life.
the easiest
so you
question
could eat.
ever.
This does not
You
seem
could
difficult
eat
to
one
me
a
either.
day for the next 3 years.
Because
and make
that's,
$1
for
million.
starters, we were just joking about UBI, but that is basically a UBI.
Yeah.
A really good one.
Yeah,
$1,000
I
a
like
day.
hot dogs.
Hot dog for lunch.
$1,000.
I don't love hot dogs, but I
But you
I
could
need
get
it.
a
I mean, I
nice
think
hot
you
dog.
might
There's
be
no
true.
restrictions on the hot
A really
dog.
fancy hot
Hold
dog.
on.
You can get
I think-
a
And you
sausage.
could afford a fancy hot dog getting paid $1,000 to eat it.
Hold on, some counterpoints here. Because
Okay.
I don't know if this
My
is an
Oh
answer
my
easy
was
God.
actually the opposite.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Whoa.
was an
Okay,
easy
so Kirk
answer.
and I are hot dogs.
Well,
Okay.
a couple
Team-
things.
team eat
first,
the hot
of all,
dogs.
first of all, you put $1 million in the stock market, you get a return of 8 to 10% a year. You're already making that's quite a few hot dogs already. There's no you're still getting the health detriments of eating the
This
hot
is such
dogs.
a Jason
The
answer.
health stuff
No,
is the
this is
thing that
worth
gets
thinking
me.
through.
Right.
I
So
hear
if you're eating a hot dog every single day, you might go blind. You might
You'll make it to 600
not that
hot
bad.
dogs.
Yeah, and also
What
they
if
don't
you
have
ate veggie
preservatives
dogs? Are
in
veggie
it.
but if you
dogs
have veggie
allowed?
dogs-
Also, Maddie, you don't have to go get a colonoscopy as often as some of the
Okay, so you're right. You're right.
You know?
You're a man
And
entering his
also,
40s.
Yeah.
and also, you're gonna be so sick of
Yeah.
hot dogs by the fourth week. You'll be like, oh my
Yeah, I'm
god,
less worried about that.
I should have taken the $1 million.
Okay, so you're saying $1 million.
and also, but even if you the thing is that because of inflation, the hot dogs are worth less and less every single day. So you feel also a time pressure where you're I have to eat more now for them to be worthwhile.
What a statement.
You get $1 million. Again, you put it in the bank and it's just making money, passive income. I'd rather have passive income than active hot dog
No,
eating
you're kind
income.
of convincing me because also you get the $1 million and you just don't have to worry about it anymore. Like initially I was thinking
Right.
the hot dog thing is
That's
sort of
true.
fun.
But
because
you're
each time you
tied
eat the
to
hot
it.
dog, but then it is
It's
the kind
a
of
curse.
thing. Right. It becomes a
Yes.
curse, especially because there's no end. So
Exactly.
if it were like until you eat 1,000 hot dogs, well, then that's just crazy. I suppose there has to be some
it's
enticement.
infinite. And yeah, you might feel like it might
Right.
drive you crazy because you're like, man, any minute I'm not eating a hot dog,
I
I'm
could be
costing
making more
myself
money. Right.
Yeah. Why am I going to work every day when I should
I'm
be eating
convinced.
hot
You're
dogs?
right. You're right.
Yeah.
Now, actually,
Okay,
though,
but I don't know. I don't know if I'm convinced yet because also like. Couldn't you just be looking back on the $1 million in the same way if you chose the hot dogs
I
and
should have
being
taken
like,
the hot dogs.
no, I'm glad I'm eating the hot dogs because I have so much more money now.
Right.
Like I don't
Only
know.
if you eat 1,000
you're a real
hot dogs.
stock
Well,
no,
market
oh,
How
guy.
long would it take you to eat 1,000 hot
Not,
dogs?
no, not 1,000, 2,000. Because 1,000 breaks even.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So really, like, you're going to want...
1,001.
You're going to... Oh, great. Congrats.
guess
you made
some of it is, like,
$1,000 that you could have made in
Yeah.
the stock
how I
market.
think about money, which is such
Mm-hmm.
that I'm like, I don't know that I need that much money
Mm-hmm.
to live.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, on the one hand,
Mm-hmm.
I'd have the $1 million and that I'd be set for life. But I'm also like, I could just have a hot dog every now and then just like do other work as I see fit. And that would just be like a part of my life.
Or
Yeah.
you could put $1 million in the bank and take out 4% every
But I
year and have
just don't
40
really
grand
think
just
about-
from
I mean, you're
$1
probably
million.
right, but I don't know.
I think the main takeaway is, and imagining some of the downsides, thinking it through of the infinite hot dogs thing, this feels like it would be a Black Mirror episode or something like that, where you
Twilight
give
Zone.
someone what sounds like this wonderful thing, eat a hot dog, get $1,000, and then there's all these downstream effects that you didn't anticipate. And it does seem as though there's a risk of that, where with the $1 million, there's no
no
real
risk.
Yeah.
You're right.
It is just clean and you get $1 million.
There's no cholesterol worry.
And then you can keep
Yes.
working and
Yes.
making money and doing whatever you
Perfect.
want.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like the less interesting answer, but it is the safer
I would
one.
take
I
$1
feel
million.
like the fact that I'm hungry right now is hurting.
Yeah, we haven't had dinner
My
yet.
answer?
Yes. We're going out
I
to
am
dinner
hungry.
after that.
It's a question you don't want to answer when hungry.
We will ask you again after
I
dinner.
would like a hot dog.
Yeah,
I will
Hot
record
dogs do
our
sound
answer
nice.
after we
Right.
eat, and
Right.
we'll
I
find
feel
a
like
way.
as soon as I eat dinner
Right.
tonight, I'm going to be like, yeah, it's $1 million.
Yeah.
Obviously. I don't need a hot dog now.
One thing I will
cares?
say, I love pigs in a blanket, the little cocktail.
Oh my
we
God,
have.
those
yeah.
are amazing.
Those I would definitely I would eat a lot of those. If it was $1,000 per pig in a blanket, that would be a different story because those are
Because they're
yeah.
smaller.
much easier to eat.
That's
One
insane.
Super Bowl and you're $1 million
Exactly.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then you bet it all and lose it all on the Chiefs, your friggin' team.
Wow.
You just have to throw that in there. Everybody's
It's
just
your-
settling their
it's-
beefs on this
just
episode.
saying. It's
Wow.
your- I assume it's your fault that they lost.
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
God.
to be honest, though, it is much worse to be a Kansas City Chiefs fan than a New York Jets fan because
That's
they
true.
are just living in happiness all
Right.
the time.
They're a great team that wins.
We don't have to get our hopes up. So
That's true.
Eric asks, this is a heartbreaking one. Would you rather stop doing the podcast or for the rest of your lives only ever be allowed to talk to one another when recording the podcast? So for us, that'll be trouble. Like Chris, for you, you can make this a besties question.
Right.
Okay.
So
Okay,
we,
let's think this
the
through.
three of us are the only times we talk, we're
Yeah.
live or recorded.
When recording.
Right. So like our planning sessions would become
or
content.
any other
That's
personal
interesting.
conversation we have.
Right.
I feel like for the purposes of this
Sure.
question, to make it simpler, we would be able to have conversations planning the podcast, but we wouldn't be able to
Only
like just
podcast
socialize
related.
during
Right.
those conversations.
Right.
It would be only
Right.
podcast related, work related conversations.
I
No
don't-
talking to each other about anything else.
I don't think I would keep doing the podcast. That sounds really sad. Jason, you would keep doing the podcast? We're about to find out who's mercenary.
Well, I would just be like, oh, screw it. We'll just catch up for we'll just add
yeah, we
extra
would.
time to the
That's true.
podcast.
We could make it work, but I feel like
Right.
having to be on is different.
That's true. Can't get real.
And I also like having conversations.
can't talk shit about Chris
about
Lance.
true.
things that we're not. Yeah,
can't
this
do
is,
gossip.
we're taking all shit talk and gossip off the table.
Right,
which
that's true.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you're right. You just convinced me.
Jason.
I'd stop
The
doing
podcast just got better, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's true. The podcast
But I do think
just got
having
spicier.
the podcast gives us an excuse to talk to each other every week.
I mean, it's
does.
true.
We
I
might
talk to the
lose-
two of you
That's
more
true.
than a lot of
we
my
might
other
lose
friends.
touch if we stop doing the
That's
podcast.
a good
That would be
point.
my
And
concern.
I do feel like the podcast like preserves our friendship, and that's probably something all podcasters feel on some level. But
Yeah.
shit talking is fun.
That's true. Chris, what's your take on this? Yeah, for you, it's besties. We'll say.
Yeah, it's tough. I would probably be Stop the Podcast. I mean, I love all of my co-hosts, but especially like Russ Frushtick.
Yeah.
I've known for so long,
Right.
and I think it would be like our kids have so much in common.
Yeah.
And I would that would be really tough.
You could
I'd
start
be
making
really
a
sad.
parenting podcast.
I don't think that will happen.
That's not really the rule. Yeah.
I mean, hey, you know what? Our audience, they're getting older.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'd be into it.
I think I would say stop the podcast only on principle because we live in a world where people are constantly pushed to turn every
Yes.
moment of their lives
Yeah.
into content.
That's part of it too.
And just on principle, being like,
I just
no,
don't agree
like,
with that.
Not gonna
no.
do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real life.
All right. Ron asks, would you rather live without modern computers or without air conditioning / refrigeration?
Whoa.
That's a great one. It's a great debate.
World without modern computers sounds kind of.
Or computers.
Yeah, are
Well,
all
yeah.
computers
No,
gone?
no, wait. Does the question say modern computers?
Yeah, but
No. I want.
Give me your interpretation
Let
of
me
this.
play this out.
Yeah.
What do you think
Talk it
So,
through.
modern
like,
means?
I would say that modern computers would be anything post Windows 95. I would say, like, once you actually have a
Agreed.
Including
a
our
GUI.
phones.
An Apple
Including-
II or
Yes.
something.
Including
something
our
like that.
phones.
Oh, yeah,
including
right.
yeah, so
all
those
that.
are all gone.
That sounds quite appealing. I understand that it's like not. I understand that there's like there is a different world out there, but so many of the things that really freak me out about the world would disappear.
Yeah.
Where.
Yeah, like the
I
air
don't know.
conditioning part almost isn't related at
Well,
all.
Yeah,
to
no,
what you're
I
talking
honestly
about.
I forgot what the other thing was.
air conditioning
Do I want to get all of
refrigeration.
technology disappeared suddenly
Right.
or no?
Well, so I read this by the way, but air conditioning / refrigeration.
Refrigeration
that
is a
means, like,
very important thing to
food
keep in mind.
refrigeration.
So, like,
Yeah.
we would not be able to
Yeah.
have any of the
Okay,
kind of food
But would we
infrastructure that
still
we have.
have like ice boxes, like old school medieval style refrigeration and AC?
Right, like you dig a hole in your
exactly.
basement.
Like
I
you
don't
could
even know
still
why we're
have
talking
root
about that part.
cellars.
They're letting us get rid of all this stuff.
I know.
could no
I guess
longer
we
have
get AC
social media.
as a
We would
nice
be on a
knock-on
radio.
effect.
This would
Yeah.
be great.
I
Yeah.
wonder. So one part of this that isn't addressed is whether other people would have this stuff. And
Yeah,
how
like
much
are
it's
we
just-
zapping it out of all
Right, it's just our own-
existence,
yeah,
or is it just
our
us?
own
Does kinda
thing,
change
right?
things.
Which does change things because like getting rid of modern computers would be more tolerable if nobody had modern computers, as opposed to like air conditioning and refrigeration, where it's like if I could just like put my shit in my neighbor's fridge, then that would change things, right?
Right, you use their Facebook account when you need to
I
get
love
on
that you have a
Marketplace.
Shabbos goy for your
I-
deli meats.
yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. And they'll press the elevator buttons for me.
Yeah, and you just explain that you've been cursed, and you're like, I just
Exactly.
need somebody
I just
else
need a
to
fridge,
refrigerate
yeah.
my stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one.
It was a conundrum. I had
I think
to
I'd
answer.
rather live without. Man, I think without modern computers, just
Yeah,
because like
same.
I think that's life went on for a long time. I like whereas
Yeah.
before air conditioning or refrigeration,
Things were pretty
eating
rough.
was very
Right.
difficult. Like you have to eat things as like you have to get things
You have to eat
every single
seasonally.
day. Yeah,
That was
Right.
kind of better
eat
though.
seasonally and also get but also
I'm kind of in favor of getting rid of all of it. So.
but it would
Love
not
it.
work in our modern
Yes, it
society
wouldn't.
because we're not living in
Yeah, it's not- we're not
farming
built for that.
communities anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would want to get rid of technology just because I would be very curious what that would be like. So I just want to see.
Yeah,
what
maybe we
happens.
should
Yeah.
just release an electromagnetic pulse and see
And
what
just
happens.
yeah, just right.
Have
EMP
we
the
thought about
world.
becoming environmental terrorists?
It's like the end of Fight Club or whatever.
Next
Blow up the
question.
credit card companies.
Eric says, would you rather only be able to use mouse and keyboard for the rest of your life for gaming? Only be able to use mouse and keyboard for the rest of your life, or only be able to use a controller / gamepad? For me, that is extremely easy. Controller is
Yeah.
what I use almost all the time anyway.
Yeah, the thing is, you'd have to like play games like Civilization with a controller or whatever. Some of those
Which-
games that are, I guess that's maybe okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jason
StarCraft
does
would be
that.
the one
There
that
we
was
go. I'm
tough,
trying to
but-
pick something impossible.
But still, I mean, I'd rather use a
I
controller.
think
Yeah.
there's a
At the same
spicier
time.
version of this question, which is when you are using a computer, you can only use one.
Yes.
So you have to type with like that
at
horrible
work.
valve
Yeah, yeah,
radio
yeah,
interface
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
everything. Wow.
But then for people like Jason, it's like I don't know, it's still kind of tough.
Yeah.
You tell me I have to play games with a mouse and keyboard.
I don't hate mouse and keyboard that much, though.
No, I love a mouse and keyboard for the right
I feel like
game.
this is another one where you and I
Yeah.
would be picking the same thing.
But it's tricky because, like, I also think about playing, like, Elden Ring with a mouse and keyboard, and I
you're
want to
right.
jump out of a window. So maybe not that. So maybe a controller. Like, I think actually thinking it through, there are plenty of mouse and keyboard games that I really like that I would be fine playing on a controller because I only play first-person games with a mouse and keyboard. And they're fine with the controller. I just prefer the mouse and keyboard. But there are a lot of like third-person games and action adventure games that are a nightmare on mouse and keyboard that I would only want to play with the controller. So I think the answer is going to be controller for me.
Can I give you guys, here's a supplemental one from Mac.
Okay.
Would you rather use mouse and keyboard, but the mouse is a touchpad, or a controller, but it has stick drift?
Oh God!
I think touchpad mouse.
I think stick drift controller.
Really?
I get used to it. I don't really care. I like had stick drift on the Switch, and I know there were class action lawsuits, and people were so mad, and
Yeah,
I
why
was
didn't
always
you
like,
get your Joy-Con replaced? What?
I did. I
Okay.
did a lot of, and I like modded my D-pad for Hollow Knight and stuff, and it got kind of weird, and then I fixed it. But it's just like when Link runs in the wrong direction for a little while, it's fine. I'm not an esports.
But this would be for
athlete.
everything.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that bug you?
It also
It
depends
would.
on how severe
But a
the drift
trackpad.
is. Because
Yeah.
I feel like I've played on some things where the drift is like,
It's like crazy.
yes,
yeah.
like you're
Yeah.
trying to play a
Okay.
racing game and you're always adjusting.
Yeah, that
it.
would
Also,
really
how
bother me.
consistent, how inconsistent it is.
Yeah.
And I don't mind
That's tough.
trackpads that much.
This is a cursed
Yeah.
question.
It is a cursed question.
It is terrible, yeah.
Okay, guys, this is a good one. We all need to
Okay.
give an answer for this.
Okay.
Ryan asks, he sent a bunch of questions, but I'm just picking one. He says, if you had to kill and eat any celebrity, who would it be?
Oh my God.
Let's say no politicians allowed.
Okay.
Kill and eat.
So you
any
have to
celebrity.
kill them yourself, too.
You have to kill them and eat them.
Okay.
This is what gets us canceled. Is
Yeah, I was gonna
us
say, this is
describing
the
them.
one.
Yeah,
I wanna-
you definitely
I've been
found
waiting.
I want to kill a celebrity, which I don't know. I
Well,
don't know if there are
so
any that
I mean,
do.
for the purpose of this question, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to dislike the celebrity.
No.
you
You
just
just think-
want
you think-
their energy.
You think they would be delicious? Oh,
Oh,
I see.
that
You
is how
think
it
they would
works.
taste
yeah,
good.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Well,
Yeah.
no, you can interpret this however you want.
But you are killing them. They're dead. So if
They're
you
dead.
like them, that's sad.
Exactly.
Right.
But you get to eat them.
Kill and eat one celebrity.
Oh, this is an upsetting question. I really don't want to eat a person.
What if it's kill? Because I don't want.
I know that's a crazy thing
no,
to
but it's
say,
saying
but
that
I
for,
don't
about a
want.
celebrity is
Oh,
tricky.
I have an answer. It's
Okay,
easy.
go ahead.
The
Oh.
dog in Frasier.
Okay,
Would be
sure.
so easy.
That's not a celebrity.
Would- I
He's
know.
No,
pretty
that dog is
famous.
famous.
Yeah.
Dog's pretty cute, too.
What about the dog
Uh-huh.
from Taco Bell?
The worst thing is, I bet when I said
enough
that,
meat.
do you know how many people were listening and they were like truly offended? Like,
Yeah.
They were
disgusted.
like,
a dog? No.
There it is. We got you
it-
canceled.
No, we did it. No, if it has to be a person, right?
Presumably.
Yeah, sure.
Man,
It's hard. What if we say fictional character? Only because, like, I don't
no.
think anyone
Killing a
wants to
person
say a
is
real
upsetting.
person.
No,
You
the
give
whole-
an answer then, Jason. Who would you
Sweeney.
kill? Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, I
You
just
kill
Because
her. and
did you just
eat
pick her out of
her.
nowhere?
yeah. There's no.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say Glenn. I would
I don't
Honestly,
need an explanation.
She would taste terrible. There's almost no fat on that woman's body. Like
Well,
it's her
there's-
tits, and
there's
that's about
some
it.
fat, yeah.
God damn it.
I'm
We are gonna
saying
get
I don't think
canceled
she
in this
looks
conversation.
good, and I'm saying that's a person who's disgusted
Here-
by what I just said.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
Throwing that out there.
Okay, here's that second one that I alluded to earlier. I am about to say that I would kill and eat Glenn Campbell, who is, of course, the guitarist from the Wrecking Crew and singer of the wonderful, strong song Wichita Lineman. And now, while Glenn Campbell would doubtless be delicious and full of protein, what I actually meant to say was Glenn Powell, the actor, sometime writer, and of course, star of Everybody Wants Some, Hitman, Twisters, Top Gun Maverick, and many other movies. So when I say Glenn Campbell, everybody gamely responds as though I said Glenn Powell, because I think they know what I meant, but I did mean Glenn Powell. So yeah, just so you know that that's what I meant, and let's carry on. Bing! I would kill and eat Glenn Campbell.
There you go.
We're going to get the whole cast of Anyone But You. And I think Glenn Campbell would be delicious. A Glenn Campbell steak would be full of protein and energy. And I would get his positive vibes as a part of my life.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Probably The Rock.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
A lot of
This
lot
is
of
like-
meat.
the muscle is like
and-
stringy and like no, you need fat.
I would save the universe from Rock President.
Right, from the inevitable.
Oh,
So it's more
God.
like a kind of like
That
you
actually
could go
is
back in
like
time.
the rule said no politicians, but we can pick people who we just don't
Who might-
want to run.
It is more
eventually
like a
become a
cautionary thing, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like anybody
Okay.
that we don't want to
I'm
run.
like projecting out.
All right, Maddie, you need to answer this.
I just
and
have
we'll
to
keep
think
going.
of someone. I don't know. Amy Adams. I don't want to eat anyone.
Yeah.
All right, next up.
That's a great
I
choice.
like her energy. She
Bonkers
seems
question.
cool, and I could probably take her.
We're
We
gonna
don't have to
get-
kill the person.
Oh, yeah.
You think you can kill the Rock?
And sleep.
We're gonna get even more. We're gonna get even more bonkers.
Oh
Okay,
no!
here we go, great.
I'm
Okay.
already. That was
Peter
scary
says,
already.
I've got a conundrum for you. You can play any game fully immersed in that game's world, but you are only equipped with your own real life abilities. You can only exit the game's world when you have rolled credits. In what game would you be most successful? So you enter a game's
wow.
world as yourself with your own real life ability, and you can only exit when you've rolled credits. In what game would you be most successful?
I mean, Rock Band, definitely.
Okay,
I would make it all the way through.
That's good.
That is a good answer and a fun
Yeah.
answer.
I'll get through that one, I think.
You have to burn the rope.
Oh,
remember this
sure.
game?
Because you can burn a
That
rope.
was-
Yeah, I can
yeah,
burn
you
a
can
rope.
burn a rope.
And then you do
No
it, and you're
problem.
at the credits.
And
And,
you win.
you get a kick-ass song.
That's like you only live twice. Or we only live once.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? The one where you just die and then
Yeah,
the game ends.
it's like, great, done.
Yeah, I could
Did
die.
it.
No problem.
Passage.
That's funny.
I was
That's
gonna say like
clever.
Cooking Mama. I would do Cooking Mama or like Overcooked or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like something like Obra Dinn is like an easy answer because it's
Sure.
like you're
That'd be
already
good.
kind of playing
Basically
as yourself.
Right. A game like Papers, Please, where you're literally doing
I
the
don't
thing
actually
and
want to be in
anything.
Papers, Please. I
No.
thought of that and
No,
was like,
that
I
would
would
be
not
pretty
like
intense.
to be in
Yeah.
that
Right.
world
Yeah.
at all.
But the game where the mechanic of the game is literally doing the job.
Yes.
It is more doable. Yeah.
Typing of the Dead.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be.
I'm
you'd
good
be
at
great
typing.
it.
And you would just
Yeah.
get really even better.
Yeah.
You know? And then
Right.
credits.
And the idea isn't like you're in the Hell World video game where you get killed if you
Well,
die.
I mean,
like,
we
it's the
didn't
game.
pick
Like, you-
Elden Ring or
Right,
whatever, so
right,
no,
yeah,
we're not
right.
in the Hell
And if you
World
die,
game.
if you fail in Typing of the Dead once, you just come back. You are
Yeah.
just in the game, but you have to use your typing skills to win.
I like
Yeah, that's
that.
a good
That'd
answer
be
too.
fun.
All right, we have a couple more.
Okay.
Truly unhinged. This one is from Lindsay. Lindsay writes, "This is a scenario. All of the major carb-based foods are gone for whatever reason, except for one. Which carb would you want to be left standing, assuming you couldn't eat any of the others ever again?" So it could be like you pick like one of the major crops, like wheat or rice or oats or corn, or it could just be like based on food. So we need to kind of pick a version of this scenario. Let's say like you can pick a food, and it would be like so if you pick rice, it can be any variation of rice, but
Like
you can't
rice
just be. It
noodles,
can't be
rice
like
flour.
bread and pasta. You have to pick like bread versus
One
pasta.
type of
so it could be
carb.
like rice, bread, pasta, like any of those carbs. So pick a type of carb.
Bread.
Yeah, I'm going wheat as well. I feel like
Well, it'd have to be a type of wheat. So
okay,
like
so
the bread.
or
Yeah.
can I include cake as well?
No,
Cake is different than bread.
Cake is different than bread. It'd have to
I
be
would
the-
say-
So really, it's like this is a very restrictive question then,
Yeah.
because you can't
One type of
choose
carb.
One type of carb that you're going to eat forever.
Okay, I mean I feel like that's even less than one type of carb. It's like
Yeah.
one type of food that is a
food.
carb.
Yes. Yeah.
Oof. So I guess bread.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, because bread is so good.
I wouldn't
It
do
is.
bread.
What would you
Yeah.
pick?
Pasta.
Pasta is
Pasta
great,
quite good. That's
but you
true.
couldn't ever have a sandwich.
That's fine. I'd just make.
You
it.
have
don't
a
like
pasta
I'd have a
sandwiches?
lasagna. No,
Yeah.
I love sandwiches.
You
but
have
I
a
would just
spaghetti
lasagna,
sandwich.
Yeah,
No.
because you can put anything in a lasagna.
Lasagna is kind of a sandwich when you
Anything?
think about it. It's like a grilled cheese.
I feel like
Name
I would,
one thing you can't put in a
I
lasagna.
would miss desserts so much. I guess you could still
Yeah.
have fudge and
Yeah.
like things that don't have.
Yeah.
Milkshakes,
Other
Yeah.
food
Ice
exists.
ice cream.
Yeah, that's true.
Rice. Easy.
Yeah.
Because
Rice is very versatile.
So
but,
versatile.
But the
Rice
rule
pudding.
is
sugar,
that it
sugar
isn't.
is a carb, so the milkshakes. No.
Yeah, I was wondering how far we were going.
really?
With this.
Okay.
If we're gonna take this seriously,
God.
Which is part of
Okay.
why I was like, maybe I should say cake because, but at that point, is that counted as multiple carbs? I guess we're saying no for the purposes of the rule. I
It's
think
pretty
in that
tricky.
case, I would say cake.
Cake, okay.
Because, I mean, recently I had to do a low FODMAP diet for like a
yeah.
health
Oh,
thing.
yeah, sure.
And the foods that I missed. So I'm just thinking about
yeah,
the
yeah.
foods I missed. And like, I really missed bread and cake.
Yeah.
We're so hungry right
I'm
now.
so
Yeah, we all
we
have
should go to dinner.
We have not had dinner. We are going to go
Okay.
to dinner soon.
Yeah,
Wait, so the
so
answer is pasta,
Cake,
cake, bread,
and
plant. You
rice.
didn't
And
answer.
rice because you can
Oh, rice, you
garnish
said
it
rice.
like onigiri. You can put
Yes,
so many different
rice,
flavors
rice
with it.
pudding.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
but you're not allowed
You
with
need
sugar.
to have sugar on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But rice
but,
pudding
oh,
is.
just-
I make
rice pudding is really
pasta
good.
onigiri. So
Okay.
all right.
Chris looks so mad.
No, not really. This is our last one, and
right.
this is possibly the most unhinged one. Okay,
Oh, great.
so in this conundrum, I'm going to preempt this. There's no long-term health problems that are caused by this.
Oh
conundrum.
boy, here we go.
This is from Inga. Inga writes, would you rather have a perpetually damp butt or or only be able to ambulate on all fours? So no bipedal walking, but you can stand.
Oh my
You
God.
can stand,
or your butt is wet
or
at
your
all
butt
times.
is perpetually damp. Perpetually damp butt or only be able to walk on all fours.
I have some questions about this.
Okay, and
So-
no long-term health problems. So neither of
that's
these
off the
will
table.
cause
That's
any
fine.
issues.
So if you're only walking on all fours, you have to go through society like this. I feel like is a huge downside.
Or you have to go through societies with a damp butt.
But people might not notice
No one
that.
knows.
You notice that.
I got a
Right.
damn butt right
Yeah.
now, you guys. No one knows. It's fine.
Now we really have to go to dinner.
There's also ways to address
I was just kidding.
it, right?
I was kidding. I don't have a damn butt. My butt's fine.
So much baby powder.
Just want to
and-
say that it's fine. I was just making a joke.
Kirk just got canceled.
So now I've learned the downside of having a damp butt is you tell people about it and then you feel really embarrassed.
Well, but the walking on all fours thing, like, you'd be pretty
But hold on,
dumb.
okay, hold on. What if it's so damp that it shows through your pants? the
Okay,
entire
so
time?
everyone
Oh, yeah.
sees it all the time.
you are basically
So
an I think you
these
should
are-
leave character. You're kind of an I think you should leave character either way.
Either way, yeah.
You are. Like, people think something's wrong with you.
Yeah. Oh, it's just my butt. It's damp. Oh man, I can just
Yeah,
picture
you're doing
it.
a
I
Tim
mean, the
Robinson
thought of
character.
being able
Yeah.
to walk, like having to walk down the street on all fours. I mean,
No,
I think
the thing
it's
I
hard
would
to
say,
go with that.
It
So
is hard to go with
The
that.
argument I would make in favor of all fours, even though I think I agree, is that we are designed kind of as creatures to walk around on all fours. Like, we're not really meant to be upright. Like, all of our stuff kind of hangs. It's like a lot easier to like walk. It's easier on your back if you're on all fours. So it would be like ergonomically pretty good for you, except for the fact that, as we have pointed out, you'd be like walking down the sidewalk. And it'd be, and I guess we're
I
saying
like
like,
how you said all this like smart
Yeah.
sounding
Well,
stuff,
'cause
and then you
it's
get to the end and you're
true.
like,
Well-
however, you do look
yeah,
really
it's
so-
very
strange.
but here's the
insane.
thing.
Like,
You
how
would
would you
either-
order at McDonald's
I
or something?
Yeah, just
You're
walking.
like,
You would either
"You're like,
have
I need
to.
a chair. Sorry.
You would either have to put shoes on your hands or
Right.
get gross street gunk all
Well,
over
well,
your
Well, you
So
would
hands
wear
the
gloves
entire time.
probably. You
Right.
get like those grippy gloves like for rollerblading
Right.
or
Okay,
whatever.
yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
so
and-
can you drive a car? Because that feels like cheating.
Yes, this is only
Oh,
for
I think that you could,
ambulating.
and because
Yes, you
there
can.
are
Because then
people
when you
who
just
like,
drive
when
a
you
car
get
all
out
the
of
time?
your car, you walk through the parking
Okay,
lot
but
on
then
all
I would
fours.
just be a long haul trucker and I would just not really interact
Right,
with people
okay.
that much.
Or you could be but if you're a long haul trucker, you're gonna have a damp butt anyway.
Oh my God.
Chris has been silent this whole time.
Chris, I want to know what Chris thinks.
I truly feel like I'm hallucinating. like
We saved the best for last.
Everything's just happening, and I don't
I feel
know.
like we didn't say
I
we
mean,
were recording this
so-
in person, by the way. So if you're sensing manic energy, that's part of it.
The
Oh,
thing
yeah,
that-
it's very
the
important
thing
for
with the
people to
damn
understand.
butt, it really hinges on if it will be noticeable no matter what. Because if it's like you can just wear like vinyl pants or something to cover it up, that's one thing.
But then you're wearing vinyl pants.
Well, then you're wearing
everywhere.
that. But also,
Then
if
you
it's
get
like,
to wear vinyl
if no
pants.
matter what, it's going to like come through.
Yeah.
That's like truly horrifying. Because what if you like wear vinyl pants with like leather around it?
Oh, God,
But the
and
rule
you
is
can't
it's
stop
gonna
it.
come through.
Yeah.
So it's like a like fire hose just coming out
water.
of your anus. Like it should make
No, that
it work.
is unfortunate.
That would be really bad. But if it's just a damp.
Yeah, just
That
damp.
doesn't
Because they don't say
sound-
wet. They're not like soaking.
No,
you
like,
know,
you just
Well, I
Horrible
think that
water.
we're referring to
Like,
the
but-
sensory aspect of it, and we've
It's-
kind of supplanted the additional rule that it's
Right.
embarrassing
Because
because the
it's
all
too
fours
clear-cut,
part
yeah.
is
So
so
embarrassing.
unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
think
it would
it
like
would be so
se-
difficult.
severely inhibit your ability to get a job, have friends, have a romantic partner. Like
the thing-
it
yes.
really
And
destroys.
there might be people into that.
Yeah.
You know,
That's true.
Like, you never know.
So, and the
There's
thing
other
is,
What's a
people
damn
into
width, am I
both of
right?
these.
Well, actually, you're right. There,
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't think.
the problem with the all four things as well, because there are cars that are designed to be driven without the use of your legs. Like
That's
there
true.
is, you could just use a wheelchair or use some other device to get around, but that's not what we're talking
That's
about.
not. That would be
Right.
cheating
You can't,
almost.
right,
You can't cheat
can't
the
use
system.
all of the different accessibility devices that
No.
would be available to you. You have to just
like,
walk around
just
on all
like you
fours.
can't
Yes.
dry your butt.
Right, you can't use all of the butt drying.
a towel.
For example, a
Toilet
hair
paper.
dryer. None of these things are available to you.
Okay, wait.
They will not work.
I have a second question, kind of building off this.
Yeah.
Let's play out the damp butt scenario.
Okay.
Quote.
How-
Let's play
Things
out.
you didn't think you would say today.
Let's play out
Let's
the damn
play
butt
out.
scenario.
Let's
Chris
see-
Plant, Polygon editor in chief.
Let's play out the damn bus.
You picked damp butt.
Yeah.
Okay. even though you know that you picked this and you're fully aware of the curse, how many times would you, how many towels would you use before you gave up?
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, trying to dry it.
A lot.
Probably
Yeah.
a lot.
I feel like the thing that I almost can't evaluate because the all fours thing is hanging me up is the damp butt being so unpleasant.
Right.
Like I feel like we can't even touch on that because we're
Right.
just talking about the social ramifications. But like picturing that for the rest of my life is really upsetting and might make me go insane.
Here's the thing,
Like
though.
I might lose my mind from that.
Or you might just get used to it.
I don't know if I would.
Okay.
Spend most of your time in like a
People get-
bathtub. Like,
Yeah.
Charlo, just
Oh.
doing most of your writing in a bathtub.
Yeah, like become like a professional mermaid
I was
or
gonna say a
whatever.
hot tub streamer.
Yeah.
Maddie, you could have gone with professional swimmer, but you went with
That's
professional
true.
mermaid.
Be a professional
Well,
swimmer.
we're talking about things I
Sounds
think
much
I
easier.
could
But
do.
if you're
I'm
a
not
professional
that
mermaid,
good at
you don't
swimming.
have a butt. You have a tail.
Oh,
Exactly,
that's a good
but it's
point.
damp all the time.
Damn
It
tail.
is true,
challenge.
damp all
Do you
the
really
time.
think mermaids don't have butts, Jason? Because that's
Wow.
kind of wrong.
Yeah.
I would say they do.
I mean, it's just
fish
like
have
the main
butts.
thing that they still
They have
have.
a fish butt.
Sounds
But
like
is it
somebody
like-
isn't reading the best mermaid fiction.
Wait, hold on. Is a mermaid butt? Is it like shaped like a human butt? I don't think so.
It's
it
a
kind of like
fish.
goes
It's a
down into
fish.
a fish. Yeah.
I mean,
But
I
fish
think
have
she's still
butts.
got a
All right,
butt.
guys. I think it's time for answers.
Fish have butts.
Kirk, what's your answer?
Damp butt.
Damn butt.
I guess it has to be damp butt. I'm
Damp
upset
butt,
by it,
yeah.
and I do think I lose my mind over the course of that time.
well, that's part of why this is such a great.
but I
conundrum.
also lose my mind when I'm walking around on all fours, so whatever, I guess.
And Jason, you were a damp butt to
Damp
be
butt,
clear.
yes.
We
Gotta
are
be.
unanimous
Four
damp
damp
butts.
butts.
4 damp butts in this hotel
That's-
room.
welcome to our podcast. For damn butts.
Oh my God. This
Wow.
is so upsetting.
This has been great.
Yeah, this was fun.
Chris, thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Where can people
Yeah.
find you?
People can find me at The Besties. It's a podcast, and they
Yes.
can listen to it whenever they would like. It's free on all platforms.
Yeah.
And
a
at
great-
polygon.com.
You can find me at polygon.com. You
It's
can
a
find
website.
me. It is a website and a YouTube channel.
That's true.
Let's not discount that. As Me nominated. Have you been nominated for an As Me?
What is it
No,
as
no
me?
Ellie's? No
Note,
Ellie's
note
for
that
you?
Chris is looking directly at Jason.
What is it as me?
The
American Society for
Of
Magazine
Editors.
and Editors?
Isn't that it?
Like how we don't know. We haven't
it's
nominated.
Clearly a very
Journalism award.
prestigious award.
We are shit talking, but we weren't prepared.
I've been nominated for a Damp Butt Award.
Oh, a dampy. I love the dampy.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you again to everybody for listening.
Yeah.
To our show.
And
And thanks
For-
for being members.
Yeah, for being
Thank
members.
you for making it all the way through this.
Happy
unhinged
Max Fun
bonus
Drive.
episode.
Making it
Yeah,
all the way
God.
through this. This
Happy
was a
Max Fun
reward. We
Drive.
reward
Yes.
you.
We hope you had fun.
Oh man, let's go to dinner.
Yay,
Okay.
hot dogs.
All
Hot
right.
dogs all around.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Triple Click is produced by Jason Schreier, Maddie Myers, and me, Kirk Hamilton. I edit and mix the show and also wrote our theme music. Our show art is by Tom DJ. Some of the games and products we talked about on this episode may have been sent to us for free for review consideration. You can find a link to our ethics policy in the show notes. Triple Click is a proud member of the Maximum Fun Podcast Network, and if you're listening to this bonus episode, it means you're already a member, so thank you. We really appreciate your support. Find us on Twitter at TripleClickPod, send email to tripleclick@maximumfun.org, and find a link to our Discord in the show notes. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
Maximum Fun.
A worker-owned network.
Of artist-owned shows.
Supported
Directly
by you.